After CNN wins bigly at fake news awards, Jim Acosta gets whacked trying to bust Trump. CNN dominated the fake news awards last night, taking home 4 out of the 11 worst fake news reports for 2017. Of course, this caused CNN's White House correspondent Jim Acosta to go into a major meltdown. Acosta immediately freaked out and pulled a shocking stunt, hoping to bust the president and make him look bad. Instead, Acosta's crying like a baby after President Donald Trump whacked him hard, making him look like a fool. Poor Jim Acosta. When is he going to learn that going off half-cocked in anger at Trump is not a good idea? This is exactly what happened late last night after the GOP posted the president's fake news awards. The CNN journalist has been making a mockery of himself in the daily press conferences, and it seems the pressure built up and caused Acosta to finally blow a gasket. Twitchy reports, sad Jim Acosta has said. Probably because he knew he would be winning several awards in Trump's fake news awards, and so many people wanted to see him being honored for claiming that CNN is real news that the GOP site went down. Which was admittedly embarrassing, but they did eventually fix it. But not quite as embarrassing as Mr. Sourpuss himself tweeting about it. Twitchy is referring to Acosta tweeting, crushed by the weight of its own absurdity. The photo Acosta is pointing to with the link in his tweet only backfired on him, making him look like a pathetic fool. The anticipation was crazy last night on social media as Trump supporters and haters were awaiting the president's fake news awards. In fact, fake news awards was trending on Twitter most of the night, despite Twitter's management team attempting to flood the feed with anti-Trump memes. Make no mistake, Jim Acosta was waiting with bated breath, as he proves with his tweet. Except, what he fails to realize is just what a huge impact Trump's fake news awards were. In fact, Jim's own tweet proves it. President Trump's fake news awards were such a huge success, it was the weight of that success that crashed the GOP website. Trump is such a marketing genius. He crashed the GOP website, which was flooded with Americans clicking on the link to find out who won. The president went over the mainstream media's head and devised an event that left the media with no choice but to have to report on their own horrendous fake news reports on Trump. Jim Acosta is too dense to even figure that out, so he fell into Trump's trap by tweeting out that Trump crashed the GOP website, bringing even more attention to the fake news. What an idiot. But there's more. Apparently, Acosta was on a panel at the time the fake news awards broke, and he had this to say: "It's like the truth is on fire, and April Ryan and John Roberts and we go into the White House every day and we're like firefighters putting out the fire." Acosta went on to say that the American people are being deceived by an administration that would rather all of us watch certain programs on John's network Fox News. The elite media is completely out of touch with real Americans, and you could say that some of these talking heads almost seem to resent them. Americans sense it, and they were sick and tired of CNN's White House correspondent, so they sounded off on Twitter. MC Jagrebel told Acosta, "You don't get it. Middle-class hard-working Americans love the results that real Donald Trump is producing." #mega. Luciano tweeted to Acosta, "GOP website prob got more traffic in one night than CNN got all of 2017. Jim just realized he was irrelevant." Jim Acosta will never get it. He actually believes all the mainstream media lies about President Donald Trump because he suffers from a horrendous case of Trump derangement syndrome, like many of his colleagues. We saw this when the press corps lost their minds, questioning the president's physician. It was just inconceivable to them that Trump might eat McDonald's and be fit as a fiddle. It blew their minds that they could be wrong. Still, they refused to stop their own insanity and report some truth. CNN's Jim Acosta is simply just not that bright. He fell into President Trump's trap and was the poster boy for this year's fake news awards. Good for Jim, he really worked hard to be recognized as the crybaby journalist of the year.